Okay. So in last lecture we saw what is meant by class, what is meant by object, and what is meant by inheritance, right? So today we will see what is meant by super keyword, what is meant by this keyword, and what are the uses of this super keyword, this keyword, and the polymorphism as well, right? So what is meant by super? So yesterday we saw in previous class we saw the inheritance. Inside that we saw parent class as well as the child class. So what is the another name of the parent class? Super class, right? What is the another name of the parent class? Then three names we saw, no? That is the first is the parent class, then super class, and then we saw the base class. What is the three names of the child class? Child class, sub class, as well as the derived class. You can say parent, child, super, sub, or base, or the derived class. These are the three names we have, right? Which is the parent and which is the child here? Class A is a parent, class B is a child. If I show you the example, suppose this is the example, which is the parent and which is the child here? Demo is parent and which is child? Test. So what is meant by parent and what is meant by child is the class which is inherited by the another class, right? The class which is inherited by the another class, that is called as the parent class, right? The class which is inherited by the other class. Suppose this is a class and this class is inherited by the test class, so we can call this as a parent class, right? And why we are calling this test class as a child class? The class which is inheriting the another class, right? The class which is inheriting the another class, that is called as the child class, right? That is only called as the child class. And to inherit any class into our class, which keyword we are using here? That is the extends keyword, right? Class to class we are using the extends keyword, right? If you want to inherit any class into our class, simply we have to use the extends keyword here, right? And if we use the extend keyword here, so what will happen here? Whatever properties, whatever behavior present inside the parent class, that all the things will become into the child class. Suppose inside the demo class we have a m2 only, and we are inheriting this demo into the test, so this m2 will indirectly come into the test class. We saw that day, right? And we called with the help of test class object, we call this m2 method as well, right? Why? Because when we inherit this class, there is a parent class into the child class, so whatever properties and whatever behavior present inside the parent class, that will indirectly come into the child class, right? We know this thing, all things we know, right? Now we will take the example of the super keyword. So what is meant by super keyword? Super keyword is the reference variable. Okay, super keyword is a reference variable which is used to refer immediate parent class object. So what it will do? Super is a keyword only. Super is a reference variable. We can say that. So that what it will do? It will refers to the parent class object. It will refers to the immediate parent class object here. Suppose inside the parent class we have multiple things. Suppose sometimes we have variables here, sometimes we have methods here. So what it will do? It will refers to that methods and the variable as well. Suppose we have here int a equals to 10. Okay, suppose inside the parent class we have a one variable, that is the int a equals to 10. So why I am calling this as a parent class? Because this class is inherited by the another class, right? And which class is inheriting this demo class? That is the test class, right? Test extends demo, means test is a child class here and demo is a parent class here, right? Now here inside the parent class we have one variable, that is the int a equals to 10. Now this variable, if I want to call it here into this our test class, so how we'll call that? Public sort. Suppose we have one method here, public void m1. Okay, the system dot out I'm writing here simple. Okay, and inside that also we have one variable, that is int a equals to suppose 20. Now inside this system dot out dot println, suppose I will call here, that is the a here. So what will be the value we'll get here? 20 or 10? 20 or 10, because here also we have a, right? So whatever, when we extends demo here, so whatever properties and behavior is here, that will indirectly come into the test class. So we have a variable, right? So now if I call this a here, so what will be the value we'll get? 20 or 10? 20 or 10? 20 or 10? Okay, so 20 or 10 we will get here? 20. So 20 will get on the console, right? So how? So this is refers to the our, now that is the instance variable only. Now if I want this variable into our this class, that is the inside the child class, so how will refer that? System dot out will write again, and if I want to call this variable now, okay, if I want to call this variable now, and where it is present? It is present into the parent class now, right? It is present into the parent class now. Now, if I want to call this, means how will call? So simple, we have to write here super dot a. Now, if I call this one, so what is the output we'll get it here? First, inside the first one, what we'll get here? 20. And it into the second one, second one, what we'll get? 10, right? That is 20 and the 10. So how? So simple, here we are creating the object. When we get an object, it will look for the constructor. So constructor is not there, right? After that, object dot m1. So where is the m1 method? Here is the m1 method. Inside the m1 method, simple, we are calling here the a. So it will print this value of a into this here, right? And what, which type of variable is this? No, types of variable. Which type of variable? Instance variable. Why we are calling this as an instance variable? Inside the class, outside the method. That's why we are calling this as a instance variable. Now, which type of variable is this? Instance or local? This one, this one, this one. What is meant by instance variable? Inside the class, outside the method. So this is present inside the class, but outside the method, right? It is not present inside the class. So this is called as the instance variable. This is also called as the instance variable. This is present inside the parent class, but this is present inside the child class. So what we are doing here, we are calling this here is normally. So it will call this class variable only into this one, right? Now we are calling here super dot a. If we call like that, so what it will do? Super means our parent class, right? Super means our parent class. So it will go into the parent class and it will see that where is a. It will go into the parent class and where it will see where is the a. So it will come here into the parent class, which is the parent class here. That is demo. Inside the demo class, it will see where is the a. So here is the a. So it will print this value of a into this one, right? It will print value of a into this one, right? So this like our super will be work. Super is a reference variable. It will refers to the parent class object, and inside the parent class object we have all the things will be present, like methods and variables and all, right? Whatever things present inside the parent class, that it will be referred to. That is the super keyword, and this is the first use of our super keyword. Super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. Means we are using this super keyword used for immediate parent class instance variable. If I want to call this parent class instance variable into our child class, that time we can call simply super dot a, and this variable we can able to call into our child class directly, right? This is the first use case of our super keyword. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Yes or no? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? No? Okay. Now another thing. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class method. So what is meant by invoke? Invoke means calling. Okay. Invoke means calling simply. Super can be used to call immediate parent class method. Suppose inside this one we have another method. Suppose public void m1. Sorry, m2 will write here. Okay. Inside the demo class we have m2 method, and here I am writing system.out, and here I am writing simple m2. Okay, here I am writing m2, and same thing I will copy from here and I will write it here, and here I am writing m1. Now if I want to call this m2 method, we can call it directly, right, with the help of object dot m2. If I write here, so can we call this like, can we call like that? Object, sorry, object dot m2. If I call like that, so can we able to call like that here? Yes or no? Why we are able to call this here? Because we are extends demo here. So whatever properties and behavior is here, that will indirectly come into the child class. Now with the help of child class object, if you call m1 method and m2 method also, so we can able to call this. If I run this one, so m1 and m2 will be called on the means m1 and m2 will be print on the console. Now suppose if I remove this from here, and from this m1 method only I want to call this m2 method. So how to call that? Simple, we have to write here super dot m2. Super means our parent class. Okay, super means our parent class. What it will do? Super means parent class. It will come into the parent class, which is our parent class here. That is the demo. Inside the demo, it will see where is the m2 method. Okay, inside the parent class, it will see where is the m2 method. So here is the m2 method, and inside the m2 method, it will what we are doing, system.out.println means we want to print m2 on the console. So it will print first m2 on the console. Here semicolon means we are ending the instruction here. After that here it will become system.out.println and it will print m1 on the console again. Right. So what is the output we'll get it here? That is the m2 and the m1. So this is the another use case of our super keyword. The super can be used to call immediate parent class method. Means if you want to call the parent class method from the child class, that time we can call it with the help of super keyword. Right. Last one is the super and the parenthesis. Super and the parenthesis can be used to invoke parent immediate parent class constructor. Now we call the variables. After that we call the method. Now we will try to call our constructor. So how will write a constructor? Simple. I will copy this demo from here and I will write it here. Demo. So this is our constructor or not? Constructor or not? This is our constructor. This is our constructor or not? Why we are not calling this as a constructor? Constructor don't have any return type. Good, good, smart people. Okay. Yes, right? Okay. So this is also constructor. This is also constructor. Constructor means once it is same like a method, but it has same name like a class name. So what is the class name here? Demo. So here I am writing demo, and after that constructor don't have any return type as well. So I am not writing here return type as well. Okay. So here inside the first constructor what we are printing here, there is demo. Inside the second constructor what we are printing here, that is the test. Suppose I remove this from here, and how to call the constructor? How to call the constructor? Yes. How constructor will be called? When we create an object, we directly call. Yes. When we'll create an object, that time our constructor will automatically call. So which object we have created here? Test class object. So if we create an object, that time our this constructor will be automatically called. Right. Now if I want to call this one as well, so how we will call that? Suppose I am writing, if I run this one, so what will be the output we'll get? Test, demo test, test only or demo also it will print. Both it will print. If I run this one, so demo and the test is printing on the console. But why? We are not calling this demo, right? We are not created the demo object here, but it is calling demo automatically. How it is calling? Extends demo, right? So what it will be do? Inside the first line only, compiler will add here, that is the super and the parenthesis. Okay, if you are not writing also, so that time also compiler will automatically write here super and the parenthesis, and super and the parenthesis is used to invoke immediate parent class constructor. If you are writing also, that is also okay. If you are not write also, so compiler will add automatically the super and parenthesis on the your child class constructor. So first it will be called the parent class constructor. After that, no, sorry, it will call the child class constructor. Inside the child class constructor, on first line only, it will write super here, and from the super means our parent class, so it will call the parent class constructor here, and after that here, whatever things we are writing here, that it will be executed. Right. So how? First we are created the object here. So which class object we have created here? Test class object. So it will call our test class constructor. So which is where is the constructor? This is our constructor. And which type of constructor is this? Default. Which type of constructor? No argument constructor, right? This is our no argument constructor. Inside that it will come here, and here I am writing super and the parenthesis. So super means our parent class, and parenthesis means it will find the constructor. So it will become here into our parent class. It will find where is the constructor. So here is the constructor, right? Here is our constructor. It will become here and it will print demo on the console, right? After that, here it will become again system.out.println, and it will print test again on the console. So we are getting here demo on the test. So if you are writing super, that is also okay. If you are not writing that super, so automatically compiler will add here the super. Okay, so these are the three use cases of our super keyword. There is the first one. Super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. Super can be used to invoke immediate parent class method. And another one is the super and the parenthesis can be used to invoke immediate parent class constructor. And what is meant by super keyword? Super keyword is the reference variable that will refers to the immediate parent class object. Okay, so this is all about the super keyword. So anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? No or yes?
There is just so many parent class,
Hmm.
but it will take only immediate parent class.
Yes, yes. Immediate parent class will be taken. Okay. So now Another thing is that is this keyword. Now we saw the super keyword. Super keyword what will do? It will refers to the parent class object. Right? Super keyword is refers to the parent class object. Now we will see this keyword. So what this keyword will do? This keyword refers to the current class object. What it will do? It will refers to the current class object. So suppose if you take this example. So which is the current class? This is our current class and this is our parent class, right? This is our current class and this is our parent class here, right? This is the thing here. So what is the this keyword means? This keyword is also a reference variable that will refers to the current class object. And if you take the object here, inside the object many things will be present, like many states and many behaviors. So what is meant by states here? States means nothing but the variables, right? States are nothing but the variables, and behaviors means method. State means variable, behaviors means methods. So inside the object we have many variables and the many methods also. So what this will be do here? So this will refers to that state and the behavior indirectly. It is referring to this object, right? Means what it will be do? It will refers to that directly variables as well as the methods. Now we'll see the example here. Suppose here we are declaring the one variable. Suppose here I will remove this thing as well. Okay, so now here I am declaring one variable, that is int a equals to 30. Okay, here also I am declaring one variable, that is the int a equals to 40, and here inside that also I am declaring one variable int a equals to 50. Okay, so which type of variable is this?
Distance variable.
Instance variable. Which type of variable is this?
Distance variable.
And which type of variable is this?
Local one.
Why we are calling this as a local variable?
Inside the method.
Inside the method. That's why we are calling this as a local variable. Now, see here. System.out I'm writing here. And I'm writing here suppose A. So what will be the output we will get it here? 50. We have to call that method, right? First object dot m1. Sorry. Here, this is the constructor we have created. Void m1 I'm writing, and here with the help of object dot m1. Okay. Now if I call this one, if I run this one, so what will be the output we'll get it here? 50, 40 or 30? 30, 40 or 50? 50
Yes.
or 40 or 30? Yes. If I run this one, so we are getting here 50, because here if I write like that, so what it will refer? It will refers to the local variable directly. It will not refers to the this, that is the instance variable. Now suppose I am writing again system.out.println here. Now if I want to call this variable, okay, and where it is present inside the parent class. Now if I want to call this method variable means how will call that? Super dot a, right? Simple you will call like that. And if I run this one means now what will be the output we'll get it here? Here how much we will get?
50.
And here
30.
if I run this one, that is the first we are getting 50, and after that we are getting 30. Now same like that, if I want to get this one, that is the current class instance variable. System.out I'm writing here, and now I want this a, I want to print this a into here. So how will you print that? Suppose if I write like that, so can it will print? No, right? Now if I want to call that one, how will you write that? Suppose simple we need to write here this dot a. If I write like that, this dot a, now it will refers to the current class instance variable. This will refers to the current class local variable. Now this will refers to the current class instance variable. How much value we will get it here?
50. 40.
50, right? Here what, how much value will get?
30.
And here what will get?
40.
40, right? If I run this one, so 50, 30 and the 40 we are getting on the console. And this is our first use case of our this keyword. This can be refers to the current class instance variable. If you want to call the current class instance variable, simple you can call with the help of this keyword. Okay, and when we will use that? When you have local variable and instance variable, and local variable and the instance variable have the same name. When both the variables have the same name, that time we are using the this keyword here. Okay, that time simple we are using here the this keyword. This can be refers to the current class instance variable, right? Anyone have any doubt here till now? Anyone have any doubt? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, no. Okay. Now another thing, this can be used to invoke current class method. What is meant by invoke? Calling, right? Invoke means calling. Now this can be used to call the current class method. If you want to call the current class method, that time also we can call with the help of this keyword. So suppose I will remove this thing, all the things from here, system.out I'm writing here simply, and here I'm writing m1. Okay, I will remove this thing also. I will remove this parent class also. No need now parent class, and this will also I will remove. Same like that, I will create another class here. That is with the name m2. Sorry, with the name m2 I will call. Yes, ma'am. Okay, here I will write m2, and here also I will write m. Okay, now we have two methods here. Now we have two methods here. That is the m1 method and the m2 method. Now if I want to call this one, how to call that? First we need to create an object, and with the help of object we can call that object dot m1, and after that simple we can call this here object dot m2 as well. Right. If I run this one, so what will be the output? We'll get it here. M1 and M1 and M2 will get it on the console, right? See here, M1 and the M2. Now I will remove this M2 from here. Now I want to call this M2 method from this M1 method only. So I will call that. Simple, we need to write here this dot M2. Okay, if you write like that, and if you call from here, so what it will do? See, first it will come here. We have created the object. So what is the name of our object here? Obj. So with the help of obj, we are calling the M1 method. Right. So where is the M1 method? Here is the M1 method. It will come inside the M1 method. After that, this dot M2. And what is this? This is the reference variable which is refers to the current class, not the parent class. Okay. This will refers to the current class now. And super is refers to the parent class. Super is refers to the parent class, and this is refers to the current class. So now which is the current class here? That is the test only. Test is the current class here, right? So this dot m2. So it will find m2 on the test class. So where is the m2 method? Here is the m2 method. And what we are printing here? We are printing m2 on the console, right? These all the things are done here. Now again it will become here system.out.println, and it will print m1 on the console again. If I run this one, so what will be print? M2 and the m1. Okay, so this is another use case of our this keyword. This can be used to invoke current class method. Now suppose if I not write this here, suppose I am writing only the m2 here, so can it will be called this time? Yes or no? Can it look all? First time I'm writing here this dot m2, but now this time I'm not writing this here. Simple, I'm writing here m2 here. So can it will be called the m2 method? Yes or no? If I run this one, so it will be called m2. How it is calling? If you are writing this here, that is also okay. If you are not writing this, so compiler will automatically write this keyword here only. If you are writing like that, that is also okay. If you are writing like that only, that is also okay. Okay, so that is this keyword. This can be used to invoke current class method. Invoke means simple calling. This can be used to call the current class method. After that, this and the parenthesis can be used to call the current class constructor. So first time we call the variable, another time we call the method. Now we will try to call the constructor. So how we will call the constructor? So I will make the constructor first. I will copy this thing from here and I will paste it here. Okay, and this is our constructor. That is the suppose I'm writing here. So which type of constructor is this? So I will write here there is no argument, no argument on here. Okay. Another constructor will create here, and suppose if I pass here some parameter. So now which type of constructor is this? Why? Because this constructor have the parameter, right? So this one is the no argument constructor, and this one is the our parameterized constructor. Now if I want to call this constructor, so how will call that? Simple, we need to create an object. If we create an object, that time our simple constructor will be called. So now if I run this one, so what is the output we will get it here? No argument. See here, JVM will come directly into the main method, right? Every time JVM will first come into the main method. After that, from here it will be come inside, and after that, here we are creating the object. So when we create an object, that time our constructor will be called. This time we are not passing any values here, right? This time while calling the constructor, we are not passing any values here. So what it will do? Directly it will come into the no argument constructor. Where is the no argument constructor? Here is the no argument constructor, and it will print no argument on the console, right? If I run this one, so no argument is print on the console. Now suppose I want to call this constructor means what we need to do?
In the test, we need to pass integer value.
We have to pass one integer value. Now if I run this one means what is the output? We'll get it here.
Parameter.
Parameter. parent this one, uh, parameter is printing on the console. Now I want to call the both the constructor. So how we'll call that? So if it means first thing is that we have to create a two objects here, and with the help of two objects we can call this. Can we call with the help of single object? Yes or no? No? Yes, we can call that. See, here we are calling the parameterized constructor. From this parameterized constructor, if I want to call the normal constructor, how will call that? Simple, we need to write this and the parenthesis, same like a super keyword. This and the parenthesis we need to write, and after that, if you write like that, it will be called the constructor which don't have any parameter. See, now if I run this one, so first it will be called no argument constructor, and after this it is calling the parameterized constructor. So how? So first JVM will come into the main menu. Now here we are creating an object, and inside the while creating an object we are passing here tail, which constructor we are trying to call here? Parameterized constructor. So constructor which having the one parameter, that is the one integer parameter, that it will be called first. So it will become here, and after that here this we are writing this, and the parenthesis we are writing. This means this means current class, right? This means current class. So it will become into the current class, and it will find the constructor which don't have any parameter. So where is the constructor which don't have any parameter? So this is the constructor which don't have any parameter. So it will become here inside, and it will print no argument on the console. After that again it will become here system.out.println, and after that parameter it will be print on the console. Now suppose I am removing this from here, and I am calling here the only no argument constructor from here. And from this no argument constructor, if I want to call the parameterized constructor, so how will call that? This we need to write. If I write like that, can parameterized constructor will be called? No, right? Parameterized constructor will not call. So if I want to call this parameterized constructor, so how we need to call like that? So we have to pass one integer type of value. If I pass here integer type of value, that time our parameterized constructor will be called. Why and how? So we are writing here this key. This is refers to the current class. So where is the current class? This is our current class, it is test class. And here we are writing the parenthesis. Parenthesis means it will call the constructor. Inside the constructor we are writing here 10. So 10 means this is our argument, right? So it will be find the constructor which having one integer type of parameter. So where is the constructor which having integer type of parameter? So here is the constructor which having one integer type of parameter. So it will come here and it will print parameter on the console, and after that here it will begin print, here it will come and it will print no argument on the console. So here if I print this one, first it will print parameter, and another time it will print no argument on the console. Okay, this is the another use of our this keyword, as this and the parenthesis can be used to invoke current class constructor. So first we call instance variable, after that we call methods, and after that we call the constructor. Now we will pass some argument. Okay, now we will try to pass this as an argument in the method call, into the constructor call as well. So first we will try with the constructor call. So suppose here we have the constructor, so we have two constructor here, and suppose if I write here integer, so we have to pass one integer type of value from here, right? Now suppose here I am writing this type, that is the object and the a. Now if I want to call this one, that is this constructor, if I want to call this one, so what we need to do? We have to pass one object, right? When we pass the object only, that time only it will be called. Otherwise it will not call. So how will call that constructor? Can we call like that this, and here if I write here another this, so can we call like that? So no, we cannot able to call like that. So suppose if I want to call that constructor, simple you will, if I write here new and the test, if I write parenthesis open close, and the here I am writing the, that is this one, that is semicolon. So can it will be called? No, right? So this type our can we call the constructor or no? Can we call this constructor this type? See, I will tell you. Suppose if I remove this from here, can this time our constructor will be called? Yes or no? Can this time our constructor will be called? So which type of constructor will be called? No argument constructor will be called, right? See here, no argument constructor will be called. Now suppose if I want to call this constructor, what we need to do? We have to pass one object, right? When we pass the object, that time only this constructor will be called. So now what I am doing is, I am not calling this constructor from here, I am calling this constructor from here. So I will call that new test, I am writing here. Okay, and inside the parenthesis, simply we have to pass the object, So I want to I will pass the this from here. Okay, I am passing this keyword from here. Now if I run this one, so can this constructor will be called or not? Yes or no? Yes, it will be called or not?
Yes.
Yes, if I run this one, so first parameter is calling, and after that no argument constructor is calling. So what it is doing here? Suppose if I want to call this one, we have to pass one object parameter, right? We have to pass one object parameter, and this is what? This is our reference variable, which is refers to this object, right? This is refers to this object. That is the current class object. It will refers to, means we can say that it have the, means when we write this keyword, we are indirectly passing this object only when we refers to this keyword. So when we pass this keyword any in any argument or any parameter, so that time we are indirectly passing this object into that. So suppose if I write this keyword, so what we are doing here, indirectly passing the current class object from here. So we are passing the object, that's why we are able to call this constructor here, right? So this is the another use case of our this keyword, that is this keyword can be used to pass as an argument in the constructor call. Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? No or yes? No? No or yes? Anyone have any problem? No? Please tell me. I will tell you again. No worries. Anyone have any issues? Yes or no? Okay. So now another thing is that method call. Now we pass the this keyword into the constructor call. Now we will try to pass this keyword into the method call. Now. So how we will write a method here? Simple. I am writing here void m. Okay. And same like that, I will create the another thing as well as the method. So I will write here void and the m. Okay, so this method, two types of method we have here. There is the m1 method and m2 method here. M1 and the M2 method here. Inside the M1 method, we are printing here simple no argument. Inside the another method, what we are printing here, that is the parameter. Now, if I want to call this M1 method, how will call that? We have to create an object, right? And with the help of object, we can able to call the M1 method. So I will write here object, and with the help of object dot M1 if I write, so this time M1 will be called. And what will be print on the console? No argument. See, now if I want to call this M2 method means we have to pass one object in there. If when we pass the object, that time only our M2 method will be called. So what we will do here, simple we will call this M2 method from here. So how we will call that? If I write M2 like that from here, so can it will be called? Yes or no? Yes, it will be called, but we have to pass one object from here. So how will we, without passing object from here, simple we will pass here this keyword. Now can this will be called? M2 method will be called or not? Yes, right? So parameter will be first print on the console, and after that no argument will be print on the console. We are not passing the object directly. Simple we are passing this from here. So what we are doing here, we are passing this keyword as an argument. Okay, we are passing this keyword as an argument in the constructor call as well as the method call. This time we saw the method call. So here we are passing this keyword because this is refers to the this object, that is the current class object. Means indirectly we are passing here the current class object only. Okay, so this is the another use case of our this keyword. This can be used to pass as an argument into the method call. Okay, so first it is reference to the instance variable. After that we call the current class method. After that we call the current class constructor. After that we pass this keyword as an argument into the method call, and after that we pass this keyword as an argument into the current class. And last is the this keyword can be used to return current class instance. So how we will do that? Simple, will come here. I will remove this thing from here. Okay. Now if I want to return the current class instance, so I will write here test. Okay, test I am writing here. Now if I want to return the current class instance from here, so how we will return that? If I write here return type test, so we have to return also object. We can say that it is an object only. We have to return one instance. So how we will return that? Simple, we need to write here this. Okay, if I return like that, so what it will do, it will return this, means it will return this current class instance from this one. So if I want to print that, how we will print that? System dot out, we will write that like that, and here I want to print m1. Now if I run this one, see what it will be print on the console. So it is printing basic program first, and after that it is printing test, and after that here it is printing at the rate 123 like that. Okay, so basic program is what? This is our package. Test is what? This is our class, and this is the our object address. Okay, This is our object object. Means with the help of this keyword, we can return the current class instance as well. Okay. With the help of this keyword, we can return the current class instance from from any method. Okay, so this is the six uses of our this keyword. This can be refers to the current class instance variable. Then with the help of this keyword we can call the method current class method. With the help of this keyword we can able to call the current class constructor. Then this can be passed as an argument in the method call as well as the current constructor class as well. After that, this keyword can be used to return the current class instances. So these are all the use cases of our this keyword. And what is this keyword? This is a reference variable that is refers to the current class object. And what is super keyword? Super keyword is also a reference variable which is refers to the immediate parent class object. So anyone have any difficulties till now? Anyone have any difficulties? Anyone have any difficulties? I will tell you again. No worries. Can I tell again or can we move forward? Another topic can we tell? Yes or no? Bye, friends. Yes, we will take polymorphism is easy one. Okay. So another topic is the polymorphism. So what is in the polymorphism? So till now we saw the three pillars. Which are the three pillars we saw? Class, then object, and then inheritance, right? There is a class, object, and inheritance we saw. Now we will see the polymorphism. So polymorphism is easiest concept only. So before that also we saw. Okay, I didn't tell you, but before that also we saw this concept. I will tell you while telling this. So polymorphism means what? So poly means many and morph means forms. Okay, morph is a Greek word. Okay, so poly means many and morph means forms. So the single action if you take on different ways, that is only called as the polymorphism. Poly means many and morph means forms. Okay, the object having this multiple forms, that is only called as the polymorphism. Okay, single object having the multiple forms, that is also called as the polymorphism. If I take the real life example, a man can be a father, a man can be a son, a man can be a doctor, okay, a man can be a programmer, right? Yes or no? If you take the another example, water. Water can be inside the solid state, inside the gaseous state, and inside the liquid state also. Right? One object having the multiple forms, that is only called as the polymorphism. Single action in different ways. That is only called as the polymorphism. If you want to take the real life example, we can take the man example. A man can be a son, a man can be a father, a man can be a mother or no? A man cannot be a mother, right? Man can be a father only. Yes? Yes, no? Work. Okay. A man can be a worker. Okay. So this is the thing. Polymorphism means a single action into the different ways. That is only called as the polymorphism. So polymorphism having the two types. First is the compile time polymorphism, and another one is the runtime polymorphism. Polymorphism have the two types. That is the runtime polymorphism and the compile time polymorphism. Suppose now if I want to achieve the compile time polymorphism, so how we will achieve that? So compile time polymorphism we can achieve with the help of method overloading. Okay, with the help of method overloading, we can achieve the compile time polymorphism. If anybody will ask you how we will achieve the compile time polymorphism, so how we will achieve? So with the help of method overloading, we can achieve the compile time polymorphism. Another thing is that is a runtime polymorphism. So runtime polymorphism we can achieve with the help of method overriding. So anybody will ask you how we will achieve the runtime polymorphism means with the help of method overriding we can achieve the with the help of method overriding, we can achieve the runtime polymorphism. So what is meant by method overloading and what is meant by method overriding? Simply will come into the notepad. So if you want to achieve the method overloading, so how you will achieve that? You have to declare the multiple functions. Multiple functions. Functions are nothing but the methods. Okay, we can say that function is nothing but the methods only. First thing we have to do is we have to declare the multiple functions with the same name. Okay, in the same class. Okay, but we have to declare this as a different parameter. Okay, if you want to achieve the method overloading, what we need to do? We have to declare the multiple function, or we can say that multiple methods we have to declare with the same name in the same class, but they have the different parameter. So we will try to achieve inside in your program. So this is our program, right? Inside this program I want to achieve the method overloading. How we will achieve that method overloading? Simple, we have to declare the multiple function, right? We have to declare the multiple functions or the multiple methods we have to declare. Simple, I will come here and I will declare the multiple methods here. So first method I will declare here public void m1. Okay, and here I'm writing system.out and system.out, and here I'm printing 1. Okay, so how much function we have to declare? Any number of function you can declare. But what we need to do here, we have to give same name to the all the functions or the all the methods. So suppose we have here one function, I will create another function here. Functions are nothing but the methods only. This is the another method and this is the another method. So okay, so we don't have to give the different names. Suppose if I give here m2, here I'm giving m3. So no, we don't have to give like that. If you want to achieve the method overloading, we have to give same name to the all the methods. Okay, we have to give same name to the all the methods, and where we have to declare this all the methods into the same class. Okay, into the same class we have to declare this all the methods. We have to declare first multiple methods with the same name into the same class. So three things are done, three steps are done now. Right, now what is the another things? We have to declare the different parameter in that. So here we have declared three methods of three, both means all the three methods have the same parameter here, right? So we have to declare different parameters. So here I will not give any parameter. Here I will give the integer type of parameter, and here I will give the string type of parameter. String name I will give here. Okay. Now we declare the multiple function with the same name into the same class, but the parameter is different here. See, here it don't have any parameter. Here integer type of parameter it have, and here it have only the string type of parameter. I will write here 2, and here I will write 3. Okay, now if I want to call that things, how we will call this method? First we need to create an object simply. So new test. Okay, how we will create an object? Class name, then object name, then we have to write a operator, new keyword, and here we need to write a class. So with the help of object now, see, if I write here object dot m, so what will be the output? It will print on the console 1, right? It will print 1 on the console. Now suppose if I writing here the Java, now what it will print on the console? 3 or 2? 3. We are writing here the string. So it will be find m1 method which having one string type of parameter. So where is the m1 method? This is the m1 method which having string type of parameter? No, right? Here is the m1 method which having string type of parameter? No. Here is the m1 method which having string type of parameter? Yes. So it will become here. It will print 3 on the console. If I run this one, so 3 is printing on the console. Now if I want to call this method, means how we will call that? We have to pass the integer type of value here. If I write like that here, 10 here. Now what will be the output we'll get? 1, 2 or 3? 1, 2 or 3? If I print this one, so 2 is printing on the console. So how? It will print the m1 method which having one integer type of parameter. So where is the m1 method which having integer type of parameter? So this is the m1 method which having the integer type of parameter. So it will come here, it will print 2 on the console. See, single action. Where is the m1 method? M1 method, M1 method. Right? Single action we are doing in different ways. Here we don't have any parameter. Here we have one integer type of parameter, and here we have the string type of parameter. Single action we are doing in different ways. That is only called as the polymorphism. Okay, and which type of polymorphism we achieve with the help of method overloading? That is the compile time polymorphism. Method overloading is used to achieve the compile time polymorphism. Now another thing is that is the runtime polymorphism. How we will achieve the runtime polymorphism? We have to achieve with the help of method overriding. And how we will means how what is meant by method overloading? We have to declare multiple function, right? Multiple methods, we can say that with the same name, right? Inside the same class, but having the different parameter. Okay, you can declare one parameter, two parameter. Here you can declare the three parameter also. No worries. Okay, it is depend on your visual. Okay, by the criteria, by the requirement, you can declare the parameter. Right. Now we will try to achieve the method overriding. So what is meant by method overriding? So this is the method overloading, right? We have to declare the multiple method. So here also we have to declare the multiple methods. I will copy this thing and paste it here. We have to declare the multiple methods. Here also we have to declare with the same name. After that, same class or not? No, we have to declare into the different class, but we have to declare into the same parameter. Okay, so what is meant by method overriding is we have to declare multiple methods or multiple function with the same name, same parameter, but into the different class. And what is overloading is multiple methods with the same name, same class, but into the different parameter. Right. But what is meant by method overriding? Multiple function with the same name, same parameter, but into the different class. And in between two classes, there must be a inheritance. Okay. If you are not declaring inheritance there, so you cannot able to achieve the method overriding. Okay. Now here, I want to achieve the method overriding. So I will achieve that. I will remove this all the things from here. Okay, and here I will declare the another class. Why? Because we want a different classes, right? We want a different classes. That's why I will declare the another class here, class demo. Okay, class demo I am declaring here, and after that what I am doing is simple. I will declare the method. So here I will declare public void yum1. Okay, we have to declare multiple methods, right? Multiple methods we have to declare. As you see here, multiple methods we have to declare. So I will declare this method, I will copy this method, and I will paste it here, because we have to declare these methods into the different class, not into the same class. We have to declare into the different class. I will declare it here. Okay, I will declare it here only. Now we have to give the same parameter or the different parameter. If you want to use the method already, same parameter. So I will give here the same parameter only. After that, we have to, in between these two classes, there must be a inheritance. So here we achieved inheritance or not? No, right? If I want to inherit this class into this one, so how we will achieve that? Extends demo, right? Extends demo will be. So whatever things present inside a demo class now, that will come into the test class, right? Because test is a child class or parent class. Test is a child class and demo is a parent class. So I will write here system dot out, and here I am writing suppose parent. Okay, and same thing I will copy this from here, and I will write here usually number, and here I will write child. Okay, child and parent I'm writing. Suppose with the help of object now. Okay, with the help of object, if I call here m1 method, so child will be print or parent will be print?
Child.
Child or parent? Both will be print. See, both they having the same name. That is the m1 method, m1 method. Yesterday in previous class we saw the inheritance. That time if I call with the help of child class object, if you call the parent class method also, that will be called, right? See, if I print this one now, so what will be the output? Will get parent or child? Child. If I run this one, so child is printing on the console. So why it is not printing parent? So see, first it will object dot m1. So it will find where is the m1 method. Inside that we are extends the demo here also, right? So it will give priority to first, that is the parent class. So where is the parent class here? This our demo is the parent class. Inside that also we have m1 method, right? So it will give to this method first. It will give the priority to this, priority to parent class method first. So here it will print this m1 method, that is parent class method. But what we are doing here, we are going to achieve the overriding. So here inside the child class also we have a m1 method. So what it will do? It will override this child class method, will override onto this parent class method like a plate. If I keep one plate onto the another plate, so we can say that we are overriding that plates, right? If I keep one plate onto the another plate, so we are say that that is the overriding. So here also onto this parent class method, this child class method is overriding. That's why we are getting here only the child class. Okay, that's why we are getting here the child class here only. Means this child class is overriding on the parent class. That's why we are getting here only the child class. Now if I want to call this parent class, how we will call that? How we will call that? New demo we have to write, right? With the help of demo class only we have to call. If I want to call the demo, sorry, demo dot, if I write m1 now, so which method it will be called now? Parent, right? And what will be the output now? We will get child and parent. Child and parent is printing on the console. Okay, so this is the overriding. So what is overriding? We have to declare the multiple functions or multiple methods with the same name, same parameter with the different class, and in between two classes there must be a inheritance. What is the method overloading? Multiple function with the same name, same class, but the different parameter. Why we are using the method overloading? To achieve the compile time polymorphism. Okay, to achieve the compile time polymorphism we are using the method overloading. And why we are using the method overriding? To achieve the runtime polymorphism. So this is the all about polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphism: runtime polymorphism and the compile time. So and what is meant by polymorphism? Single action in different ways. Okay, that is only called as the polymorphism. Anyone have any doubt till here? Till now, how much pillar we completed? Four pillars. So which is the first pillar? Class. Another pillar? Another pillar? And now we saw the polygon. Okay. Now only two pillars are remaining. That is the, which are the two pillars? That is the abstraction and the encapsulation. That we'll see in the another lecture. Okay. So that is the thing for today. Anyone have any issues? No issues. So today we saw super keyword. After that we saw this keyword, and after that we saw polymorphism. Inside the polymorphism we saw two types. That is the first is the compile time polymorphism. Another type we saw that runtime polymorphism. Why we are using the compile time polymorphism? Why we are using the method overloading? Why we are using the method overloading? To achieve the compile time polymorphism. And why we are using the method overriding? To achieve the runtime polymorphism. What is meant by method overloading? How we will achieve the method overloading? We have to declare multiple function with the same name, same parameter or same class into the different parameter. What is meant by method overriding? Multiple function with the same name, different classes, same parameter. Okay, that is the called as the method overriding, and in between two classes there must be a inheritance. Okay, so that is the thing for today. In today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the this keyword. That is the 6 users we have. So 6 programs you have to create on the this keyword, and here we have a super keyword. Inside super keyword we have 3 uses. So 3 programs you have to create on that, and after that here we have a polymorphism. So 2 programs you have to create in that. Okay, 6, 3, 9, 9 and 2, 11. So 11 program you have to create today, and you have to submit on